Hey, good morning. Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling start to Shake It Up Saturday. Should have done this for Serenity Sunday, but this is amazing. Yes, it is Shake It Up Saturday today, so I'm starting my Saturday live with inhaling some oils. I've got here Eric's, doTERRA Eric's. This is amazing. I've got it here in this great little portable diffuser that runs on batteries, and you just plug it in and charge it. And it is amazing. It's very refreshing. A great way to start the morning, although our morning's already started. But to start the live, and they say about the Eric stuff. It's got Litsi fruit, tangerine peel, grapefruit peel, frankincense resin, and cardamom seed. And it gives you this beautiful, crisp, citrusy, woody type aroma. And it's not very strong. It's just beautiful and gentle, and it's cleansing, and it just uplifts the mood. Not that my mood needs uplifting, but it's just it's just a great way to start the day, and it helps clear the air around you as well, which is great because this place is so dusty. I have to dust again today, and I cannot believe, like, you dust this place and then you wipe along the table like a few minutes later, especially if you got doors and windows open and the breeze coming in, and it's like thick with dust again. It is so bad with the dust here, which is not helping the allergies. So having something like this around is maybe going to help with that. We shall see. We will try it today and see. But yes, I suddenly thought, maybe I should pull my oils out and my diffuser out and start, because I used to do it a lot, and then I stopped doing it, and I suddenly thought this morning, I'm going to pull my diffuser out, I'm going to throw some oil in there this morning, and see how that helps. And this is just a little small battery-operated diffuser, which can sit here on the table. I don't need to plug it in. If I do need to plug it in, I can plug it in through the USB port, so it's not like I need an extra power outlet for it. But I'm not even sure how long it runs, but it's on a cycle of 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off. So we'll see how that works today with help keeping me focused on what I need to do. One of the conversations I had just today was with somebody who is certified with strengths finders, and there's 34 different strengths that you have, and everybody has them in different orders, and the combinations is what makes you very unique. And I can't remember the statistics she told me, but she says, with somebody who is the same top five, it's like 1 in 72,000, I think she said. And for somebody to have the exact same order of the top five is like 1 in 32 million. So you really are unique, and StrengthsFinders definitely shows it. They have 34 strengths. My focus is number 32. That's like way down the bottom there. But my top three are belief, positivity, and woo. And woo is win others over. But that's what they call it. So belief, positivity, and woo. So that's why I'm always super fantastic and sparkling. And it took me a long time to realize that, but that's okay. We're here. We're into it. How the hell did I get onto that? Anyway, Shake It Up Saturday. See, shaking it up already. I don't even know what I'm doing. So last night when I was out walking Zephy, we're walking past the main office area, and they've got this big parking lot that goes around three sides of it. And usually the east side, which is the side closest to me, which is about 8 sites down the street from me, is where they set up their outdoor movie thing. They're going to be doing that this coming week, and they're playing Princess Bride. And I thought, awesome, I have that on DVD. I don't even need to go sit out there with everybody else in your little cluster. And they're only allowing those who share the same address to sit together. You've got to be sitting all socially distanced and all of this, and all the golf carts line up across the back of the area. It's 10 hours. So most people will sit in the front there in their chairs. They'll have their little portable fire things out there, all wrapped up in blankets, watching the movie on the big inflatable screen. And then they have the lines of the golf carts up behind there. I'm just going to sit here in the comfort of my own RV and put it on DVD and watch The Princess Bride. But last night they had the front, the east side of the front cornered off, and they had all of these tables covered in these black cloths, 2 chairs per table. The tables were well spaced apart, and they had on the Valentine's dance party last night. And they'd done a pretty good job of decorating it. They were using black drapes all over the place, and using frames to put the black drapes up to try and make it look a little more. It was nowhere near intimate because you're outside in front of the main office building. So, but they did the best they could. They had a DJ there, and You were only allowed to sit 2 people per table. When I met up with one of Zephy's playmates, and so the 2 of us were walking past with the dogs on our way to the large dog park so they could rough and tumble, because we went past the small dog park, which is where they also have the dumpster, dropped our trash off, and Nellie was in there. And Nellie is half golden retriever and half labradoodle. She is the sweetest thing ever, but she loves chewing on Zephy's ears and on her neck and on her hind legs. She doesn't hurt her, she just grabs hold of it gently, but will let go when you tell her to. And so her and Zephy love to play, and so we decided, because there are other little dogs there, Sally, who owns Nellie, said, I said, well, I'm heading over to the big park now. She said, well, I'll come over with you so these 2 can play. And so as we walked past the thing, people were dancing, but they were only allowed to dance next to their table and not on the same side as another couple. So I think they sort of like designated, like, everybody has to dance to the left side of their table or something like that. So they had about 6 to 8 feet between each table. And then, of course, the table was about a 4-foot wide table. So if you're standing next to your table dancing in that little small area, you still maintain that social distance in the next couple. Everybody in the entire area had masks on. And I'm like, but how are they going to eat? So it was interesting to see a Valentine's dance done that way. But hey, more power to them. It was fine. My Valentine's sitting up there on the dashboard looking out the window at the moment. But yeah, it was cute that the fact that they had gone to the trouble of doing that. And there weren't actually a lot of couples there. There's probably about 12 or 14 couples there, I think. Oh no, hang on, there's more than that. About 20 couples. There were about 20 couples out there. It was pretty cool. And then this morning, somebody in their Facebook story had put this TikTok video and had shared a TikTok video, which absolutely cracked me up. I was laughing so hard this morning. So not only have I had a good start to this morning, we had a bit of a sleep in this morning. I saw this hilarious TikTok video, and this woman sits there and she very seriously goes, "Day 12 without chocolate, and I've lost all hearing in my left eye." I just lost it. Oh, that was such a great way to start. I always love starting the day with a grateful heart and finding a way to have a good laugh. So I may have to go and investigate this TikTok a little more, because there's a lot. But no, hang on, no, I'm not going to do that. I could get lost in there. Because people keep posting the TikTok story into their storylines on Facebook and people sharing them in there. And I'm like, yeah, if I go and get into TikTok, I'm going to get completely lost in there, down a complete rabbit hole I don't need to go down. Anyway, so Shake It Up Saturday, off to a great start, is all about doing things out of routine. So this morning so far, we got up later than we normally do. We usually do our breakfast after our walk. I had breakfast before the walk. Zephy had hers when we got back. Now she's going to do Zim. What are you doing? Oh, she's playing with the food. She gets a little couple of food and she puts it in her mouth and she throws her head and a bit of food goes flying across the room and she goes and pounces on it. Half the time I think she's a cat. Are you a cat or a dog? No, we have to clean now. And here she goes again. I'm going to have to capture this on video one day. It's so funny. Now she's eating it. So she plays with the food, then she eats it. But yeah, so we had a nice walk this morning. We had a good laugh so far this morning. We're trying the doTERRA oils this morning while we sit and work. And I do have a catch-up day to do for stuff that I didn't get done this week that I'm going to be concentrating on today. And then tomorrow is, and then if I have time at the end of the day, I'm going to go do laundry. Otherwise, it's going to have to be laundry tomorrow. So my laundry is going to get done this weekend, one way or the other. And I'm thinking I might take Zephy with me, because outside they have a courtyard area outside the laundry room where they have clotheslines hung up there, so you can hang sheets and towels out there to dry, so you don't have to put them through the dryer and stuff. And but if I tied her to one of the posts where she could see inside, and I'm in an area that she can see me, it might be a little bit where I can still talk to her. That might help her a little bit. And then the 30 minutes that it's on, we could go for a wander around the park, around the RV resort, and then come back, switch the dryer stuff over, and then I can bring her back over here, and then I'd have to leave her here while I go back to pick up the laundry. So I'm thinking that's what I might do to help her with her separation anxiety stuff, just to do it a little differently. But so yeah, so Shake It Up Saturday, all about doing things out of routine. If you usually brush your hair with your right hand, use your left hand. If you put your pants on, right leg, go left leg, right leg. Just shake things up a little bit, because amazing things happen in your brain when you do something that's out of routine. When you break the pattern and you do something out of routine, amazing things happens with your brain, and this whole creativity thing is opened up to you. And you're having some more breakfast, okay? Um, and the little neurons inside start going, they start firing off in different directions and waking up areas of the brain that have been asleep for a while. So get out there today, do something different that you've never done before, try a new activity. I may actually draw today if I get time, depending on how much work I get done. If I get all my work done early, then I'm going to set aside some time for my fun activity, which is to draw this week. If you remember from my fun tin yesterday, I had drawing. Then I have oh my gosh, I have a stack of cards to go through that I need to respond to, a stack of boxes with brownies and celebration cakes and blondies in them that I have to respond to as well. So that's on my list to do this weekend. But go out there, have fun today. Just do something spontaneous that you haven't done before, or something you haven't done for a while. If you're driving somewhere and you normally take one route, take a different route. Find a different route to take, even if it adds miles to it. Maybe you'll discover some new places that you've never seen before. Remember being in Solana Beach, I could go out of my street and I could either go left or right. And if I wanted to turn left, sometimes I had to wait for 10 to 15 minutes just to get out of the street because the traffic it wasn't so bad when we moved in, but with the 4 years that we were at that place, the traffic got worse and worse and worse each year. And it was like, okay, don't go out to make a left-hand turn between this time and this time, this time and this time, and this time and this time. And so we worked out those patterns based around the schools, because there was an elementary school just along the street, along that main street. And then when we came out of the tender section, there was a middle school right across there down the side street. And down that side street is where my chiropractor was. So it was like, I got to go left to get to the chiropractor. So I used to go right and take the long way and go around the big side. And there's a couple of other roads I could take in between that to get up to the chiropractor and hit it from a different angle where I wasn't timing the traffic. So we had the times worked out based on school starting, school ending, and then the lunch period as well. And then it got to the point where it didn't matter what time of the day it was the same. It was bumper to bumper traffic the entire day. And it's like, this is nuts. And so I used to find a lot of different ways to go. And sometimes I was like, I can go to the left, go all the way down. I can go to the right, go all the way down to the first light, which is just a block away by the fire station, because the fire station was only a block from our place. I could take a left there, go down that little back road, get onto that side road that the chiropractor's on, and then I could go left or right, go left to the chiropractor, go right to go around the long way to get to the mail. And I suddenly thought, I'm going for a drive. At the end of the drive, I'm going to pick up my mail. To pick up my mail, I used to have to take a left-hand turn, go through 3 traffic lights, turn into the shopping center, and go to the back of the shopping center, and that's where our mail was. So what I would do is, I'm going to go take a drive. And so I would take a right, go all the way down to the Pacific Highway, the Pacific Highway, take a right on that, go several miles down that road, take some back roads that would then would take me across underneath the freeway, so I didn't have to go on the 5, onto some other back roads that would bring me in a back way to the thing. And it was about a 30-40 minute drive. But I discovered different things along the way. I would take different roads. I would take different routes. It wasn't always the same route. I would take different, and going along Pacific Coast Highway there, you had an option of when you wanted to take that right turn to head back towards the 5, where you could then go under the 5, over the 5, or whatever. And so sometimes I would go as far as I could go on that, and then it would put me up near Camp Pendleton, and then I had to find a way to come back down back roads and things. I would find all sorts of really great places. I found some great secondhand furniture places. I found a little hole in the walls that were good for eating it. I feel a little peckish. What do we got around here? Didn't want the chain stuff. Oh, that looks like an interesting place, and go and have a look at the menu. Well, that sounds good. Go in and grab some food. And find little hole in the wall places for a quick snack or a lunch or something like that. It was refreshing, and then it was sort of like, oh, where was that place? You get back, oh, that was a really cool place, and you'd be telling somebody about it, and they go, where was it? I'm like, oh yeah, how did I get there? Where did I? And then I'd have to try and track back the route that I had taken, because half the time you're just driving and you end up in all sorts of places, and then I'd have to put the GPS on to figure out how to get back to where I needed to go. And this was just all to go get the mail. So sometimes I could take 10 minutes to go the short, long way, or I could take up to an hour to get back to take this great big, long, convoluted route to get back. And I was trying to stay off all the main roads that I knew would be busy, just taking back roads and stuff. And you'd end up in neighborhoods and suddenly in dead-end streets. It's like, huh, well, I know the street I need to get to is over there. How do I get over there? And, there's times you did have to put out the GPS, but most of the times it was doing it without the GPS, which is a lot of fun. So go for drives without your GPS on, with a destination in mind, and figure out how to get there, but not through your normal route. Take the long way, take the back roads, go through the little neighborhoods, stop at the little strip malls and things. You might find some great little strip shopping malls and things. You may find some great little, if you're into antiquing, you might find some little great little antique stores in there. You might find little great hole-in-the-wall places to eat. You could discover all sorts of things, but then make sure if you do come across somewhere that you like, take it from somebody who has done this many times. Make sure you write down the address for that place so that if you have to go back there, you can find it again. Because there's been a lot of times I've gone, when I've done this driving thing, and I've gone in, had a meal, thought that was a really great meal. I may have written down the name of the restaurant, but that was about it. And then when I go to look it up, there's like 5 of them in the area, and I'm like, oh, which one was it? Now, which road did I take? And other times it's sort of like, that was a really great place, and you forget the name of the place, you forget which roads you took to get there. So write down the names of those places and the addresses, or grab the business card. Most restaurants and things will have business cards by the checkout, by the register and stuff. So grab one of those on your way out the door so you have it and you can find that place again when you tell people about it. But yeah, you discover all sorts of amazing things along the way. I've discovered gardens. I've discovered places I can go, trails to go walking on. Discovered hole-in-the-wall places to eat at. Discovered little mom and pop bookstores, secondhand bookstores. Oh, I love those places. Oh, I love going to secondhand bookstores. You pick up some great treasures in there, and yeah, you can find some really good stuff in secondhand bookstores. I've found the secondhand, like the Goodwill store, not Goodwill, but just a mom and pop secondhand place where you go in and they've got clothing and furniture and all that sort of stuff. And then I found some other thrift stores and that sort of thing along the way too. But it's been interesting. Found these little hidden away shopping centers that you go in and go, man, this place is hopping. There's a lot of people in here, and it's some little shopping center tucked away off the main road, but for that community that it's in the middle of, and you had no idea it was there. So go for a drive. Just decide that every traffic light I'm going to take a right turn. First traffic light I'm taking a right turn. Next traffic light I'm taking a left turn. And just start zigzagging your way through neighborhoods and stuff. Get off the main roads. Get into the back streets. Go for a drive out of the city and see what you can discover in the suburbs and things. So if you live in the downtown area, get out of the downtown area. Go into different suburbs and explore them. You'll find some great places in there. Granted, some neighborhoods are not as good to drive in as others, but you learn these things and you go out there and stuff. And remember there was one time, I think it was one of my birthdays, where I met up with Chris and Ash in downtown San Diego, and we took the tram somewhere and ended up, and Chris is, of course, on his phone giving us directions. So we get off the thing, get off the tram, and then we're walking up this hill, and then we have to go across this thing, and we ended up at this English pub. It was great. We had fish and chips there, and they had a little English store, and it was next to some comedy play, some improv comedy place thing there. I have no idea where it is. I don't even remember the name of the place, but it was good grub. That much I can tell you, and enjoyed browsing through the shopping center, the English store that they had there afterwards. So find a friend, go explore. You never know what you're going to find. So that's your task for today to shake it up, is go out and explore what is beyond your neighborhood area, beyond the places you normally shop at. Stretch, go beyond. And if you end up going out for a drive in the country, maybe you'll find some new attraction to go and have a look at. Maybe you can end up in some little town and spend the day exploring around that little town or something. Who knows? But, get out. Get out in the car and just go for a drive. So that's it for me for this morning. I got to go do some work, finish off this is my catch-up day. So go have a super fantastic sparkling Shake It Up Saturday, and we will catch you guys later this afternoon. He konara.